Good evening, everybody, and welcome in. It is the final game of the 2024 season between the Dodge City A's and the Hayes Larks. Hard to believe that we've worked our way here, and it is the final one of the 2024 season. What a season it's been as the A's enter today 10-24 on this season. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. First, for the Larks, leading off, it is Ashton in center field. Batting second, left fielder Duncan. Batting third, the right fielder Espinal. Batting fourth, the first baseman Gruhl. Batting fifth, the catcher Russell. Batting sixth, the second baseman Carpenter. Batting seventh, the designated hitter Baker. Batting eighth, the third baseman Lissy. And running out the lineup, shortstop Stokes. It is Campbell getting the start on the mound for the Hayes Larks. For your Dodge City A's, the lineup looks like this. Leading off, it is shortstop number 25, Shannon Martin. Batting second, wearing number 13, center fielder Grant Weisermans. Batting third, wearing number 7, the third baseman, number Nate Murphy. Batting cleanup, left fielder, number 16, Isaiah Velasco. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 28, Tyler McAvoy. Batting sixth at first base, number 24, C.D. Sharples. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 32, Matthew Rivers. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 30, Bo Dalian. And rounding out the lineup, it is second baseman Zach Mora for the Dodge City A's.
7:04 p.m. at first pitch, 72 degrees.
Shandon Martin grounds out to lead off the ball game.
The center fielder, number 13, Grant Weisermans.
Grant Weisermans at the plate, takes first pitch, he sees it's ball number 1. Sent out into left field. It'll be a base hit for Grant Weisermans, picking up where he left off yesterday. Getting the base knock to get a runner on for the Dodge City A's.
Third baseman, number 7, Nate Murphy.
Brings up Nate Murphy. Murphy takes the first pitch. It's in for strike number 1. Murphy takes a swing and a miss. He'll come up empty on that one, and it's down in the count 0-2 for Murphy. Campbell delivers, and it's a foul ball over towards the Larks dugout. Murphy manages to make contact and stay alive, and will do the 0-2 over again. Murphy fouls it off again. It goes back into the netting. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Campbell delivers low. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Nate Murphy, who is about to see the 6th pitch of his first at bat of the ball game. Campbell delivers, and it's a line drive out into left field. That'll move Weisermans over to second. Runners on first and second for the Dodge City A's with 1 out. So that brings in Isaiah Velasco. Velasco set for his final at-bats of the season here as the A's and Larks in the final game for the 2024 season. Of course, the Larks moving on. They will participate in the NBC World Series after this. The A's, well, their season's done after tonight. Pitch was fouled off by Velasco, and he's down in the count 0-1. Velasco makes contact. It'll be a fly out to center field, and pulling it down is Ashton. That is out number 2. So unlike last night against the Liberal BJs, where the A's scored their first 5 runs without ever getting a hit, they have 2 hits already in the ball game, but no runs to account for it yet. We're in the top of the first, just getting started here at Larks Park. One ball and 1 strike, the count to Tyler McAvoy for the Dodge City A's. Russell's going to go out, have a quick conversation with his pitcher, Campbell. So we'll go back to work after the 1-1 count. One pitch just past the outstretched arms of the third baseman Lissy, and that will bring in 1 run. Murphy is held up at third. It is an RBI double for Tyler McAvoy.
The first baseman, number 24, C.D. Sharples.
Brings up C.D. Sharples. The A's with 1 hit. Sorry, 1 run in the ball game now. Pitch to Sharples misses down low. It makes it 1 ball, no strikes. Soft contact made and a chopper, throw to first in time. That'll do it as the A's strand 2. They get a run, and we are headed to the bottom of the first. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome back in to Larks Park as Jake Vassell gets a start on the mound tonight for the Dodge City A's. He fires in the first pitch to Caden Ashton. It is strike number one. He'll go outside with that one, and it's ball one. The A's enter tonight 10-24 on the season. And after getting a first pitch strike, 3 straight out of the zone, it's a 3-1 count to Ashton, the leadoff hitter for the Hayes Larks. That one swung on and missed, and that will run the count full. Ashton makes contact, sends it up the line, fielded by the second baseman, throw to first, in time for out number one. It is Zach Mora tonight at second base for the Dodge City A's.
From Wichita State University, the Larks left fielder, number 12, Caleb Duncan.
So that'll bring in Caleb Duncan. Jake Vassell last pitched against Western Nebraska back on July the 17th. Went 4 innings in that ball game, and an outstretched diving attempt by Shannon Martin. Not able to come up with it. Just inches off of the glove of Martin, and it is a hit for Caleb Duncan.
From Alabama State University, the right fielder, number 26, Wilbert Espinal.
So that'll bring in Espinal. 1 on, 1 away for the Larks. Jake Vassell with a 9.00 ERA has pitched 24 innings, allowed 28 runs, 24 of them have been earned, struck out 21 and walked 22 on 32 hits. A 1-0 count to Espinal. Goes high and hits ball 2. So after Caden Ashton led off for the Larks, worked a full count, he would ground out, and then on first pitch swinging, Caleb Duncan drives one just past Shannon Martin. It is a 3-0 count to Espinal. That pitch misses inside. It's a 4-pitch walk. The Larks have runners on first and second. Brings in Garrett Gruhl.
Texas and San Antonio, the first baseman, number 22, Garrett Gruhl.
Jake Vassell, a 2-3 record, took the loss against Western Nebraska. Picked up wins over the Denver Cougars on June the 30th, and these very Hayes Larks on June the 11th. Two-0 count to Gruhl. Two on, 1 away for the Larks. We're in the bottom of the first. That pitch misses outside, and the count runs to 3-0. 7 straight out of the zone for Gruel makes contact, pops it up. Sharple's giving chase, fields it at the first base bag, and that will be out number 2.
The Larks catcher from Purdue University.
So that brings in Russell, the catcher tonight for the Hayes Larks. The first pitch delivered low, and that will be a wild pitch. It'll move batters over to second and third. A 2-0 count to Russell. That pitch misses outside, and it's now 3-0. Vassal's thrown 18 pitches already in this ball game, and only 5 have found the zone for a strike. Runners on second and third, 2 away for the Larks, and a 3-0 count to the catcher, Russell. It's another 4-pitch walk as the bases are now loaded for Hayes Larks, and that brings in Carpenter, the second baseman.
Courtesy runner at first base for the Larks. From Hutchinson Community College, number 1, C.K. Reed.
Reed will be the courtesy runner for the catcher, Russell, and we will go to work with the bases loaded as that pitch misses for ball number 1. A 1-0 pitch outside, and it's 2-0. 6 straight out of the zone. Going back to the 4-pitch walk to Russell. That one down low and out, and it's 3-0. 7 straight balls. That'll walk in a run. Back-to-back walks, and that will walk the run in to tie the ball game. Bases still loaded with 2 away. Have a mound visit from Coach Chris Isaac. The Larks with just 1 hit so far in the ball game, that via Caleb Duncan, who just scored the run. Other than that, it was 3 straight walks to load the bases. 1 run in, bases still loaded, and after this mound visit is complete, we'll go back to work. Trent Baker now at the plate for the Larks.
Tonight's 8th Street Liquor Beverage Matter, the designated hitter from Lamar University, number 2, Trent Baker.
So that brings in Trent Baker. Takes the first pitch he sees in for strike number 1. Pretty common that after a mound visit, the next pitch is going to be a strike. That one finds the zone again, and quickly down in the count, 0-2 is Baker. Baker, the beverage batter tonight for the Hayes Larks. So the entire crowd hoping that he gets a hit. Pitch misses outside and low, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. is 4:05 to dead red center here at Larks Park. 3:19 down the right field line and 3:22 down the left field line. And it won't be a hit for Trent Baker. It'll be a strikeout as he goes down swinging. The Larks leave him loaded, and we are headed to the top of the second. It is a tie ball game, one apiece. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Matthew Rivers set to lead off for the Dodge City A's in the top of the second inning. Rivers takes the first pitch he sees from Campbell. It is in for ball one. Rivers makes contact. It's out into center field. Ashton there to pull it down for out number one. Brings up designated hitter Bo Dalian. Dalian takes the first pitch he sees. It's outside for ball one. Dalian makes contact, grounded to the shortstop, throw to first in time, and now two away. That'll bring in Zach Mora as the A's complete the first trip through the batting order. Mora, the 9-hole hitter, the second baseman tonight for the Dodge City A's. Takes the first pitch he sees. It's in for strike one. The 0-1 grounded to the shortstop. Stokes again. Throw to first in time. The A's go down 1-2-3. And that will send us to the bottom of the second inning. And the bottom part of the order due up for the Hayes Larks when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Thomas Lissy leads off the bottom of the second for the Hayes Larks. It is a 1-1 ball game. Takes the first pitch for strike one. Jake Vassell back on the mound getting his second inning of work as he'll deliver a fastball yanked outside, and the count evens itself at 1 apiece. 1-1 delivery. Vassell works quickly, and it's outside again. 2 balls and 1 strike. Comes a little bit inside, gets the zone, and the count's even at 2 apiece. Vassell misses inside on that one. Payoff pitch. Makes contact, does Lissy, and it's down the right field line. Stays fair, rolls into the corner, and he'll be in with a stand-up double. Brings in Tabor Stokes. Stokes played for Butler Community College just last year. Takes the first pitch outside. It's ball number 1. 34 pitches in the ball game now for Jake Vassell. 11 in 4 strikes. The 1-0 pitch as Vassell looks back at second. Delivers a strike on the outer edge, and it evens a count at 1 apiece. 1 on, nobody out for the Larks. We're in the top of the second. It is a 1-1 ball game. 1 run on 3 hits for the A's, 1 run on 2 hits for the Larks. That pitch misses low. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. Stokes makes contact. It's a fly ball. Ranging in on it is Weiserman's, and he'll pull it down easily for out number 1. Grant Weiserman's making it look easy out in center field for the Dodge City A's, something he's done all season long. That'll bring up Caden Ashton back at the top of the order for the Larks. Caden grounded out his last time up, right out to Zach Mora. Takes the first pitch. It's outside for ball number 1. 1 on and 1 away now for the Larks. The 1-0 delivery misses to the outside. Makes it 2-0. Nobody in the bullpen yet for the A's. That pitch is in for strike number 1. As the music department here at Hayes Larks Park has to have something going all the time. Swung on and missed, and that will run the count full. Payoff pitch coming from Vassell. Standing on the third base side of the rubber. Has his sign and come set. payoff pitch grounded up the first base side, taken by Sharples for an unassisted out. That moves the runner over to third with 2 away.
The left fielder, number 12.
Brings up Duncan. Duncan hit the single into left. It was just past Shannon Martin's glove. And we will go to work here. Runner at third with 2 outs now. Duncan in and a 1-0 count. Fly ball down the right field line, and it drops just in fair territory as Rivers struggles to get that one in, and Duncan turns it into a triple. So the Hayes Larks lead this one 2-1 after that triple. 2 runs on 3 hits now for the Larks. Brings in Espinal, who walked his last time up.
The right fielder, number 26, Wilford Espinal.
First pitch misses outside to Espinal. It's 1-0. Espinal comes up empty when he offers up with the swing. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. A's now trailing 2-1. That pitch is taken for a strike as well, and that has Espinal down in the count 1-2. Runner at third with 2 away. 1 run in the inning. Espinal comes up empty, and that will do it. We'll head to the top of the third. Back at the top of the order with Martin. Martin, Weisermans, and Murphy due up when we come back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Shannon Martin leads off for the A's as Campbell is back on the mound for the Larks, and it is a 1-0 count. Martin fouls that one off to even the count at 1 apiece.
Get $1 for every foul ball that returns to the line's nest, courtesy of the Hayes Police Department.
Martin batting .288 now on the season. Takes the pitch. It's low. Ball number 2. 3-1 the count rather to Shannon Martin. Martin grounded out his last time up. We're back at the top of the order. The A's working their second trip, and a fly ball, and it's past the arms of Espinal in right. Martin will turn it into a double, and the A's have their leadoff runner aboard.
The center fielder, number 13, Grant Weiserman.
Brings up Grant Weiserman. He singled his last time up. Grant's averaging .389 now. I'll take the first pitch he sees from Campbell. It's in for strike number 1. It was a called strike. It's grounded to the shortstop Stokes. They'll throw to first for out number 1.
The third baseman, number 7.
Martin remains at second, and that brings in Nate Murphy, who singled his last time up as well. Nate's batting .221. Swing and a miss, and that has Murphy down in the count 0-1. 1 on and 1 away for the A's. We've worked our way into the top of the third now. A's trailing this ball game 2-1. The Larks have scored in both innings. It's 1 run apiece. That pitch comes high and inside to even the count at 1 apiece. Second baseman Carpenter holding Shannon on. Ashton playing a little bit shallow in center field. Murphy fouls that one back. Goes down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 delivery. Misses, and it's even at 2 apiece. The 2-2 pitch coming up. Campbell stands on the first base side of the rubber looking in. Delivers ball 3, and the count has run full. Payoff pitch is high, ball 4. That puts 2 on and 1 away to bring up the cleanup hitter, Isaiah Velasco. He is 0 for 1 on the evening. Isaiah is batting .227. We're going to have a mound visit as the Larks would like to slow this ball game down a little bit. Russell's going to go out and have a conversation with Dalton. So after this mound visit is complete, we'll go back to work. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Velasco. Makes contact and it's fouled back. Pitch misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Isaiah Velasco. Pitch framed by Russell, but ruled a ball by home plate umpire. It's 3-1. Velasco comes up empty as he offered up with the swing, and the count has run full. See what a payoff pitch will look like from Dalton Campbell. Payoff pitch is called strike. A pitch that has been called ball all night long so far. And for some reason, the home plate umpire thought it was strike 3. Befuddles me, but that'll bring in Tyler McAvoy, who doubled his last time up. McAvoy's batting .274 on the season. First pitch, McAvoy makes contact. It's headed out into left center field. It'll drop, goes all the way to the wall, bounces off the wall. Being waved home is Murphy, and he'll score easily. A stand-up double, RBI double at that for Tyler McAvoy, his second extra bases hit of the ball game.
The first baseman, number 24, C.D. Sharples.
The A's lead it 3-2 as C.D. Sharples steps in with 2 out and a runner at second for the Dodge City A's. Sharples takes the first pitch he sees for ball 1. He grounded out his last time up. Sharples is batting .182 on the season. Fastball yanked outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes to count. CD takes a step out of the box and he'll get back in the offset stance. Crouch down. Pitch called strike. Catching enough of the outer edge to look good enough, and it's 2-1. Sharples makes contact. A high chopper on the infield. Throw to first will be in time, and that'll do it. The A's get 2 runs, but strand 1, and we're headed to the bottom of the third. The A's leading at 3-2. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Jake Fassel back on the mound as he delivers ball one to Gruel, who flew out his last time up. Bottom of the third, the A's leading it 3-2. Gruel checks his swing and goes around on the appeal. That will even the count at 1 apiece. The 1-1 goes low. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count to the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the third, Gruel. That pitch is fouled off. Two-two pitch to Gruel. Fouled back into the netting, and we'll do the 2-2 over again. Fassel misses outside, and the count has run full. Payoff pitch. Makes contact and sends it foul down into past the batting cages. Well out of view to the left. We'll do the payoff over again. Gruel swinging at a ball outside. He'll come up empty, goes down on strikes, and 1 away for the Larks. That brings in Russell. Russell walked on his last time up.
The catcher, number 27, Houston Russell.
1 away for the catcher. Nobody on ahead of him. That pitch in for strike number 1. Fassel starting to settle in a little bit. 57 pitches now, 25 in for strikes. That one misses a little bit low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. One is back outside again. 2-1. Three and 1 now. If you like a pitcher that works quickly, Jake Vassel's your guy. He gets on, gets set, makes a pitch, gets it back, and gets set, ready to go again. Misses inside. That'll put a runner on with 1 away.
The Larks second baseman, number 25, Will Carpenter.
Reed goes to first to run for Russell, and that brings in Carpenter, who walked. First pitch, catching the zone, has Carpenter down 0-1. One delivery yanked to the outside to even the count at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away for the Larks in the bottom of the third, trailing your Dodge City A's 3-2. That pitch called strike. It catches the lower part of the zone. Down in the count, 1-2 is Carpenter. Bassel pulls it back outside again. Count even at 2 apiece. Vlasco, Weisermans, Rivers, third or left to right across the outfield, third to first. Across the infield is that one's sent out into right field, easily fielded by Rivers for out number 2. So third to first across the infield, Murphy, Martin, Mora, and Sharples. McAvoy is behind the plate for the Dodge City A's. And we will go to work to Trent Baker, the beverage batter, who went down swinging his last time up. Comes on and sends one into right field. Ranging on it is Rivers. It falls foul as he'll hit into the fence. Loses his glasses over the fence. Has to hop it. Will go back to work. So we'll go back to work. Baker down in the count, 0-1. Bassel delivers. It's a ball low. Evens a count at 1 apiece. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball on the outer side that stays out. 2 balls and 1 strike to count to Baker. 1 on and 2 away for the Larks. Baker makes contact. It's out into center field, going to the wall, off the wall, and that will score a run, and we're tied up at 3 apiece. Brings up Thomas Lissy. Lissy doubled his last time up. So the Larks have scored in all 3 innings. So that pitch in for strike number 1. 3 runs on 4 hits for the Larks as Lissy sends that one to right field, and falling on the warning track, that'll score another run. Lissy's digging for third. The throw is in time. He's thrown out, trying to stretch it in to a triple, but it scores a run. So the Larks lead it 4-3, and we're headed to the top of the 4th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Larks lead at 4-3 as we are into the top of the fourth with Matthew Rivers leading off. 2 balls and no strikes. Rivers flew out his last time up. Big swing and a miss, and that'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike. This game approaching the 1 hour mark as we've entered the top of the fourth, and Rivers comes up empty again, batting 118 on the season. The 2-2 pitch, missing. Count runs full. Campbell at 52 pitches in the ball game, 30 in for strikes. So that pitch misses outside, and Rivers will draw the walk. Leadoff walk has runner aboard for the Dodge City A's to bring in the designated hitter in Bo Dalian. Dalian grounded out to the shortstop his last time up. He is batting 176 on the season. First pitch, strike on the outer edge. Dalian makes contact, it's fouled off. He's down in the count quickly, 0-2. 0-2 is outside, gets Russell scrambling as he has to snag it out of the opposite batter's box. The 1-2 delivery. Fouled out of play to the left. We'll do the 1-2 again. Campbell misses low. Rivers didn't have a good read on it as Russell lost it for a while. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dalian goes down, tries to golf swing it, and he'll come up empty for the first out of the inning. Brings up Zach Mora. Mora grounded out. Mora batting 193. Grounds it to the second baseman. They'll go to second for 1. And that'll be all that the Larks get out of it. A fielder's choice for Zach Mora. So back at the top of the order with Shannon Martin. He's 1 for 2, doubled the last time he was up. Down in the count, 0-1. Shannon Martin slugging .500 on the season. 1 ball, 1 strike. Campbell delivers. It's high and outside. 2-1. More it goes. It's a pitch down, and the tag is made.
Favorite this afternoon the game tonight with the Larks win, but
Stokes leading off in the bottom of the fourth as Jake Vassell returns to the mound for the Dodge City A's. Stokes takes the first pitch he sees, fielded by third baseman Murphy. Throw to first in time. One pitch, one out, one away for the Larks.
out of the Larks batting order, the center fielder, number 8.
Back at the top of the order with Ashton. Ashton has grounded out both times he's been at the plate. A's trailing 4-3 as we are in the bottom of the fourth. One away for the Larks. Two balls and one strike to count.
Let's keep a manual score if we possibly can.
That pitch went foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a count to Ashton. Larks trying to get their scoreboard to function here at Larks Park has malfunctioned as we are in the bottom of the fourth. The A's trailing 4-3. Nobody on and one away for the Larks. A 2-2 count. Vassell misses, and the count runs full. Pitch sent to Velasco in left field, and that's 2 away on the payoff pitch. Brings up Caleb Duncan. Duncan is 2 for 2, a single and a triple in the ball game. Jake Vassell now at 79 pitches, 36 in for strikes. Duncan down in the count, 0-1. One delivery from Vassell sent up the third baseline and foul. Down in the count, 0-2. Oh, 2 delivery from Vassell through the legs of McAvoy. 1 ball, 2 strikes, a count to Duncan. A's trailing 4-3 with 2 away in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch is popped up. It's into foul territory and will go out of play, and the count remains 1-2.
Still giving away dollar bills when you return the foul balls to the Larks. Courtesy of the Hayes Police Department.
So we'll do the 1-2 again. Vassell has his sign and delivers. It's off the end of the bat, fielded by Sharples. He'll flip to Vassell, who is unable to handle it, and it's a hit for the Larks. So that'll bring up Espinal. Espinal's 0 for 1, went down swinging the last time he was at the plate. Went on with 2 away. The A's trying to hold the Larks off the board for the first time in this ball game. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third for the Larks. 1 in the first and 2 in the third for the A's, as they trail at 4-3 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Duncan getting a lead off of first. The first pitch into Espinal outside, ball 1. Duncan goes, the pitch, and the throw down to second, not in time. I believe it was ball 2. And Duncan in with stolen base at second. Puts a runner in scoring position for the Larks. And a 2-0 count to Espinal. The pitch comes inside from Vassell, and it's 3 balls, no strikes. Pitch is in, it's strike number 1. 3-1 the count to Espinal, as the A's trying to hold the Larks off the scoreboard in the inning. Espinal comes up empty on a half-hearted swing. And a high fly ball, it's going over the right field wall and gone. So a 2-run home run, and the Larks now lead it 6-3. So after that 2-run shot, that'll bring in Garrett Gruhl. Gruhl is 0 for 2. Went down swinging his last time up. Vassell now at 90 pitches in the ball game. Makes the first pitch a ball outside The Larks have scored in every inning so far. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. Gruhl fouls that one off, evens a count at 1 apiece. The 1-1 pitch. Back up the middle, fielded by Vassell, and he'll go ahead and flip it over to first. That'll complete the out. And we are headed to the top of the fifth. It is a 6-3 ball game in favor of the Larks. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Shannon Martin back at the plate as he was up when Zach Mora was thrown out in the top of the last inning. And a 1-1 pitch is fouled up the third base line to make it 1-2. Martin slugging .500 on the season. He takes ball 2, evens a count at 2 apiece. Martin will foul that one into the dugout. Tries to take out teammate Matthew Rivers. Do the 2-2 over again. Campbell back on the mound. Martin checks his swing and says he goes around. So that will be one away and bring in Grant Weisermans. Weiserman's 1 for 2, grounded out the last time he is up. Grant slugging .695 on the season. Takes the first pitch he sees from Campbell for ball 1, or strike 1 rather. Down in the count quickly, 0-2 is Weiserman's. The 0-2 delivery goes inside. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Inside again, and much to the chagrin of the Hayes Larks fans, they didn't like the no call. That one's called strike, though, and that'll send Weiserman's down looking, and that's out number 2. So that'll bring up Nate Murphy. Murphy walked on the last time he was up. He's 1 for 1, a walk and a single in the ball game. Murphy's slugging at .346 on the season for the A's. That pitch is called strike by the home plate umpire. Down in the count, 0-1. The pitch sent up the third base line and says foul. Down in the count, 0-2, 2 away for Nate Murphy. Murphy will go down swinging, and the Larks fans get their 1-2-3 inning. It is the clean inning sponsored by Tommy's Car Wash at Larks Park. So they will give away a free car wash later in the game after the A's go down 1-2-3. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Garrett Odie takes over the mound for the Dodge City A's in the bottom of the 5th. So Jake Vassell will go 4 innings, gives up 6 runs on 6 hits. His night will be done. Garrett Odie, an 0-1 record, picked up the loss against the Derby Twins on June the 23rd. Odie comes into today at 8.36 ERA on the season, has pitched 14 innings, allowing 13 earned runs, walking 3 and striking out 5. No, striking out 16. He will face off against the middle of the order. Russell leading off. Walked on the last 2 times he's been up, and he'll take the first pitch for strike 1. Down on the count, 0-1 is Russell. Odie last pitched against the Liberal BJs back on July the 20th. Went 2 innings in that ball game, allowing no runs and no hits. He faced just 6 batters, so he faced the minimum in both innings, striking out 5. 2-1 the count. Odie delivers. It's swung on and sent to Martin at short. Throw to first in time and out number 1. So that'll bring up Carpenter. Carpenter's 0 for 1. He flew out the last time he was up. Odie has not pitched against the Hayes Larks. His longest outing, 3 2/3 rather, against the Foxes on July the 9th. 14 total innings pitched for Garrett Odie coming into tonight. 1-0 pitch, a line drive over the head of Zach Mora, and that'll put a runner on for the Larks. Brings up Trent Baker. Baker tripled his last time up. And the A's still, for the first time, trying to hold the Larks off of the scoreboard. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth for the Larks. 1 in the first, 2 in the third for the Dodge City A's as they trail 6-3. We're in the bottom of the 5th, and the first pitch, a curve in to Baker for strike number 1. Baker comes up empty on that hard swing. Down in the count, 0-2, 1 on and 1 away. Odie steps back on, working from the first base side of the rubber. Takes a look back at first. Delivers in, and it's fouled off. Baker remains alive, down in the count, 0-2. Oh, 0-2 pitch from Odie. Check swing, and on the outer edge, it's ball 1. The 1-2 is to Murphy. Throw to second for 1, and the throw to first not even close. So it'll be the fielder's choice. Brings up Lissy. Lissy is 2 for 2, doubled both times he's been up. Sends it up the first base line, and it will be a 3-2 to end the inning for the Larks. They're held scoreless for the first time in the ball game as they strand another runner, and we're headed to the top of the 6th. We'll be back with the middle of the order. Velasco, McAvoy, and Sharples due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Isaiah Velasco leading off for the Dodge City A's. And it is a 3-0 count on the new pitcher for the Larks. It is Nolan Wilson. Velasco takes that one. It is strike one. 3 balls and 1 strike. Full count as Velasco makes contact. It's grounded to the second baseman Carpenter, and 1 away for the Dodge City A's. Brings in Tyler McAvoy. So going back to our statistics, Velasco was slugging .348 on the season. McAvoy now at the plate, .429. McAvoy's 2 for 2, has doubled both times he's been up. The first pitch, I think the only thing we can say about tonight, consistently inconsistent. As McAvoy takes the 1-0 pitch, swings on it, comes up empty. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two balls and 1 strike, the count to Tyler McAvoy, who has had family with him since joining us on the road trip in Fort Collins. Called strike. Evens a count at 2 apiece. Garrett Odie needed just 12 pitches to get through the last half inning. Nolan Wilson, the new pitcher, now at 10 already as McAvoy takes that one and stays perfect. It'll get down for a single, his 3rd hit of the ball game. 6 hits in the ball game, 3 of them belong to Tyler McAvoy. Brings up C.D. Sharple. Sharples is 0 for 2. Grounded out the last time he was up. C.D. slugging .236. 1 on, 1 away for the Dodge City A's. Sharples grounds it, fielded by the shortstop. Throw to first in time, out number 2. So that'll bring in Matthew Rivers. And the A's are going to send a courtesy runner out for McAvoy. It's going to be Dom Roberts. So with 2 away, here comes Matthew Rivers. Rivers is 0 for 1, walked on the last time he was up, slugging .206 on the season. Rivers comes up empty on his first swing. Down in the count, 0-1. Middle infield squeezing a little bit. Stokes out on the outfield grass. Carpenter trying to hold Roberts on at second. That pitch is fouled off. Down in the count, 0-2 is Rivers. We'll go to work. Rivers down in the count, 0-2. Runner in scoring position, Dom Roberts, the courtesy runner for Tyler McAvoy. 0-2 is popped up on the infield, giving chases Gruel. He'll pull it down, and that will end the inning as the A's strand a runner and get nothing out of it. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Tabor Stokes leading off for the Larks. Takes ball 1 from Garrett Odie. Stokes is 0 for 2, grounded out the last time he was up. Odie with the 1-0 delivery. Stokes makes contact. It's popped up on the infield, giving chases McAvoy, and falling foul. It will be out of play. 1-1 count now to Stokes. Pitch is called strike. Down in the count, 1-2. The A's make a defensive change as Preston Center takes the 7-hole for Matthew Rivers and goes to right field. Stokes will foul that one off. Count remains 1-2. We've worked our way into the bottom of the 6th. The A's trying to keep the Larks at bay to keep this a 3-run game. Larks lead at 6-3. That pitch comes in high. Evens a count at 2 apiece. Two delivery. Odie sends it in, and it's fouled off. Seventh pitch of the at-bat for Tabor Stokes. That one misses outside. The count runs full. The A's find themselves in a 10-game losing streak, have not won since they beat these very Hayes Larks back on July the 7th. Stokes fouls that one off to stay alive. Count remains full. July the 7th, the last win against the Larks for the Dodge City A's, a 9-5 win that evening, as the A's would win in front of a home crowd. Payoff pitch again, it comes in, it will plunk Stokes in the helmet. That'll put a runner on with nobody away. Ashton steps up to the plate now. He's 0 for 3, flew out the last time he was up. Back at the top of the order for the Hayes Larks. Larks starting their 4th trip through the batting order. We've worked our way into the bottom of the 6th. It is a 6-3 ball game in favor of the Larks. Stokes goes, ball 1 issued, and it gets away out into center field, and a throwing error. Shannon Martin down on the infield. So the first error of the ball game for the Dodge City A's. Shannon Martin is still down on his knees out at second base. Stokes moved to 3rd on the throwing error by the catcher McAvoy. Trainer for the Larks out checking on Shannon along with Ryan Spear. Eric Mendoza getting some throws in off the foul line in anticipation that Shannon might have to exit the ball game. Shannon's up on his feet, and the A's are going to move Mendoza into the ball game. He'll go to second base, and I'm guessing they will move Zach Mora over to short. So Eric Mendoza enters the ball game. He will hit for Shannon Martin at the top of the order and will go to second base.
Second with the short.
So we will go back to work with now Eric Mendoza at second and Zach Moore now at short for the Dodge City A's. So Mendoza will definitely hit for Shannon Martin at the top of the order when that at-bat comes around. He will actually be one of the 3 due up when we go into the top of the 7th. So we'll go to work. It is no count currently to Ashton at the top of the order for the Larks. And now a 2-0 count. 2-0 pitch from Odie. Ashton fouls it off and is in the count now at 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 delivery from Garrett Odie is slapped foul down into the Larks bullpen. Ashton down now in the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner on third for the Larks. The 2-2 pitch. Odie delivers a strike on the outer edge, and Ashton, in disbelief, goes down looking for out number 1.
Outside slider.
That'll bring in Duncan. Duncan is 3 for 3 in the ball game. 2 singles and a triple.
It's the lefty every time. Isaiah, I believe.
Pitch is called strike. It's left a little bit high, but strike number 1 from Garrett Odie. 1 on, 1 away for the Larks. Duncan fouls that one off. Quickly down in the count, 0-2. Odie comes set. Delivers the 0-2 pitch. It's off the end of the bat and foul into the A's bullpen. We'll do the 0-2 again. Oh, 2 up the third base side, fielded by Murphy. Throw to first in time. It'll be an RBI ground out for Duncan. The first time he is retired in the ball game, but he does the job. It gets a run as the Larks lead it 7-3.
The fielder, number 26.
Espinal up, 1 for 2 in the ball game. Hit the home run his last time up. It was a 2-run shot back in the 4th inning. Espinal takes that one. It's in for a hit. Yeah, second error of the ball game for the Dodge City A's.
The first baseman, number 22. Garrett Gruel.
So a throwing error earlier in the inning, and now the fielding error by Eric Mendoza. There goes Espinal, and he will be thrown out at second. So Gruel will return to the mound when we enter the bottom of the 7th. That'll do it for the 6th inning. The A's trail at 7-3. We're headed to the top of the 7th. Dalian, Mora, and Mendoza due up when we come back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Bo Dalian leads it off for the Dodge City A's. Takes ball one from Nolan Wilson, who returns to the mound, and Dalian offers up at that one, comes up empty. Even the count at one apiece. Dalian is slugging 176 on the season, fouls that pitch off. Down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. A's trail 7-3 as we've entered the final 3 innings of regulation in the final game of the season. Nolan Wilson misses outside. It's ball number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes account to Dalian. A's trail it 7-3. Dalian sends it to center field, but Ashton, taking a few steps to his left, pulls it down, out number 1. Brings up Zach Mora. Mora's 0 for 2. Hit into a fielder's choice his last time up. Mora slugging 266.
That right there's Mora.
Mora wears the first pitch he sees. And
9. Yeah, it's a 9. I think Roberts was just a pinch runner that one inning.
so Eric Mendoza is getting his first at-bats of the ball game. 1 on and 1 away. Mendoza with a 308 slugging average. No, sorry, wrong line. 200 slugging average on the season. It is a 1-0 count to Mendoza. Eric averaging 156 for the Dodge City A's, takes a strike to even the count at 1 apiece. Heard some of the guys talking that Mendoza plans to walk on to the Conquistadors as Carpenter was trying to get to that one. A little bloop fly out into right field, and the A's have runners on first and second with 1 away. Wilson wants a different ball as he throws that one out of play and will go to work. Grant Weiserman steps in for the Dodge City A's. Weiserman's is 1 for 3 on the evening. He went down looking his last time up. Weiserman's is slugging 695. And has a 453 on base percentage. Down in the count, 0-1 is Weiserman's. It's been on base once so far today. If the A's were to name an MVP of the season, my vote would go to Grant Weiserman's. Second pitch he sees from Wilson. Down low, it's ball 1. Evens the count at 1 apiece. 1-1 pitch. Wilson working from the first base side of the rubber. Runners start to go, but will retreat back as Weiserman's fouls it off. Down in the count, 1-2. The A's 3 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors. They've stranded 4. The Larks 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They've stranded 5. The A's scored their 3 runs, 1 in the first, 2 in the second. The Larks 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth. Weiserman's grounds to the second baseman, and it will be the twin killing that will end the inning. The A's get runners on and get nothing out of it yet again, and we are headed to the bottom of the 7th. It is stretch time in Hayes, America. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. One away for the Larks. Gruel flew out on the first pitch that he saw. Russell takes one from Garrett Odie. It's in for strike number 1. Odie out for his 3rd inning of work for the Dodge City A's. That pitch misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Worked our way into the bottom of the 7th, and the A's trail 7-3. Russell comes up empty on a big swing. Down in the count, 1-2. Front door bender that misses a little bit high. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Odie delivers the 2-2, makes contact, does Russell, and sends it to right field for a single. So 1 out, 1 on for the Larks, and that will bring in the courtesy runner Reed again. Carpenter steps in. He's 1 for 2, singled the last time he was up. The Larks have scored in every inning so far except for the 5th. Throw over to first is not in time.
Courtesy runner at first base.
3-0 count to Carpenter. I was right. It's only 2-0. 2-0 pitch. Carpenter makes contact, sends it into right field there, and that'll put runners on first and second with one away.
Will Carpenter.
Baker steps up, 1 for 3, hit into a fielder's choice. His last time up.
Stage 3 liquor beverage batter, the designated hitter number 2, Baker.
Gert Odie delivers in. It's a ball off the outside edge and has Baker at 1 ball and no strikes. Reed at second, Carpenter at first for the Larks. 1 away. 1-0 pitch. A little high and outside. It's 2-0. Another hit to the right side. The throw home is cut off. And that'll score a run as the Larks now lead at 8-3. So that'll bring up a mound visit from Coach Chris Isaac.
Stay with us right after the conclusion of tonight's game for the on-field Postgame Larks player interview with play-by-play announcer
1-1 pitch by Lissy is fouled off and down in the count 0-2, 1-2. The Larks now with 11 hits in the ball games. 8 runs on 11 hits, no errors, 5 runners stranded for both teams. Runners go, and the pitch is outside. That puts runners in scoring position. Two count to Lissy. Pitch misses high. The count runs full. Payoff pitch coming from Garrett Odie. He'll step back on the mound. Delivers. It's sent out into left field, and Isaiah Velasco ranging on it. The throw home is wide. So the Larks score 2 more. The throw home was wide. A's trail at 10-3. The Larks have scored 3 in the inning, and Tabor Stokes on a 1-1 pitch grounds out to Murphy at third, and that is the second out of the inning.
Out of the batting order for the Larks, the center fielder, number 8, Kaden Ashton.
We'll return to the top of the order and another mound visit, so that'll do it for Garrett Odie. The A's are going to make a pitching change. Matthew Hazard will take over the mound for the Dodge City A's. And fans, let's have a round of applause for Garrett Odie and the work that he has done this year for the Dodge City A's. A little bit of an unclassy act by the Hayes Larks with the Happy Trails song. But that will do the night for Garrett Odie. Matthew Hazard on the mound for the Dodge City A's. We'll tell you about it. We're going to take a step aside, come back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Matthew Hazard takes over the mound for the Dodge City A's. It's a swing and a miss of Ashton for strike number 1. Ashton's 0 for 4. Hit into a fielder, went down looking his last time up. Wild pitch makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. It also scores a run. The Larks have scored 4 so far in the inning. The A's now trail it 11-3. 11 runs on 12 hits, no errors for the Larks. 3 runs on 7 hits, 3 errors for the Dodge City A's. One count to Ashton. Hazard, who works from the first base side of the rubber. The lefty on the mound delivers in. It is strike number 2. Has Ashton down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch sent foul. It's skied and well back out of play behind us. Count remains 1-2. Hazard yanks one across the zone. It's ball number 2. Two delivery coming up. Goes outside again, and the count runs full. Hazard will be a freshman this fall on Bethany's roster. That pitch is called strike, and Ashton knew it. But it will end the inning, and we're headed to the top of the 8th. The A's trail at 11-3. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Nate Murphy leads off for the Dodge City A's as we've entered the top of the 8th. Nolan Wilson on the mound for the Hayes Larks. A 3-0 count to Murphy. And it's a 4-pitch walk to put a runner on for the Dodge City A's. Brings up Isaiah Velasco. Velasco's 0 for 3. He grounded out his last time up. Murphy with a .336 on-base percentage as Velasco takes strike number 1. Isaiah Velasco, .379 for his on-base percentage this year. The 0-1 delivery from Wilson. Velasco makes contact, fouls it off. Down in the count, 0-2. Delivery from Wilson goes low. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Pitch is left outside. It's in the opposite batter's box. 2-2 the count to Isaiah Velasco. Nate Murphy on at first, nobody out. We've entered the top of the 8th. The A's trailing 11-3. The 2-2 is a ball outside, and it's a full count. We'll see the payoff pitch from Wilson. So that'll get people up in the Larks bullpen again. The payoff pitch. Check swing, they say he goes around, and that will be the first out of the inning as Velasco will go down on strikes for the second time in the ball game. Here comes Tyler McAvoy. McAvoy is 3 for 3 on the evening, 2 doubles and a single. He'll see his on-base percentage increase as he has a .396 on-base percentage for the Dodge City A's. First pitch in for ball 1. 1 on, 1 away for the A's. Two balls, no strikes to Tyler McAvoy. Pitch from Wilson. McAvoy makes contact, sends it high. It's going to fall foul and out of play for strike number 1. CJ Reed has entered the game for the Larks. He is now at second base. Wilson now at 41 pitches as McAvoy fouls that one off. It will even the count at 2 apiece. The A's on to their third pitcher of the ball game with Matthew Hazard. He came in the last half inning. Wilson throws a bit of an eephus. His time was called by McAvoy, so no pitch. Count remains 2-2. McAvoy's worked the count full. Another payoff pitch coming from Wilson. Comes set, has his sign. Delivered outside, it's ball 4, and that'll put runners on first and second. So McAvoy will stay perfect at 3 for 3. And will have a walk as well. The A's will send Dom Roberts to do the running for McAvoy. C.D. Sharples up now for the A's. Sharples is 0 for 3. Has grounded out all 3 times he's been at the plate. We're going to have a mound visit from the pitching coach Harper. So after that mound visit, we'll go to work with C.D. Sharples. Sharples 0 for 3. Sends that one foul back into the net. Down in the count, 0-1. A's have Murphy on at second. Roberts running for McAvoy at first. One away for the A's here in the top of the 8th. Wilson delivers inside to even the count at 1 apiece. That pitch is grounded right back at the pitcher Wilson, and that will double off Roberts as well. So the twin killing ends the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Hazard back on the mound for the Dodge City A's as Duncan leads off. He's 3 for 4, grounded out his last time up. Takes pitch for ball 1. Bottom of the 8th, the A's trailing 11-3. Duncan sends a high fly ball. It's out into right field. Center able to pull that one down ahead of the warning track, and that will be out number 1. Espinal steps up. Got on an error his last time up.
That's hilarious.
Espinal down in the count, 0-1. Hazard with an 0-1 record took the loss against Western Nebraska on July the 18th. Making his 4th appearance for the Dodge City A's. 4 2/3 innings pitched coming into tonight's contest. 3.86 ERA, 1 walk, 6 hits, 4 runs on only 2 that are earned. He has struck out 7 as well. 1-2 the count to Espinal. 1 away for the Larks. That pitch misses high and outside, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch coming up from Hazard. Comes set. Delivers. It's high and outside for ball 3. The count runs full to Espinal. The Larks working their 5th trip through the batting order. So this game just over the 2.5-hour mark. Espinal fouls that one to stay alive, and we'll see another payoff pitch from Hazard. Hazard now at 15 pitches, 8 in 4 strikes. The payoff again. Hazard looking in. Has his sign and sets. Pitch delivered, called strike. Espinal not happy. Called strike 3, and that will send Espinal back to the dugout. 2 away for the Larks, and there is Garrett Gruel stepping up. He is 0 for 4. Gruel has flown out, struck out, grounded out, and flew out. His night at the plate for the Hayes Larks. The A's will be down to their final 3 outs when we get into the top of the 9th. They're 1 out away from getting into the 9th. Trail at 11-3. That pitch is called strike to Gruel. A 0-1 delivery from Hazard. Sent foul. Down in the count, 0-2. 0-2 pitch popped up, and it will fall out of play. Count remains 0-2 to Gruel. The A's have been held scoreless since the third inning. The pitch high and inside, and it's 1-2 strikes. One-two delivery. The fifth pitch of the at-bat. Goes low and inside, and it's 2-2 strikes. Two-two pitch from Hazard. Sent foul and out of play. We'll do the 2-2 over again. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming to Gruel. Pitch is grounded to Nate Murphy. The throw to first in time, and that will end the inning. We are headed to the top of the ninth. The A's are down to their final 3 outs. We'll be back with the bottom of the order due up. Center, Dalian, and Mora when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. The A's are down to their final 3 outs of the regular season as Preston Center getting his first at bat for the Dodge City A's. Came in relief of Matthew Rivers. Takes a swing and a miss, and down in the count 0-1.
He was here like a week ago, so I don't remember his last name.
Schmigel on the mound for the Larks, and a swing and a miss. Center down in the count, 0-2.
Literally was here like 2 weeks ago, probably.
0-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. 3 straight pitches and a strikeout of Preston Center as he'll go down on strikes. And that will bring in Bo Dalian. Dalian is 0 for 3. Flew out his last time up. First pitch in to Dalian, strike number 1. Schmigel working quickly on the mound as that has Dalian down in the count, 0-2. 5 pitches, all 5 strikes so far. The 0-2 delivery called strike 3. Dalian will go down looking, and that brings up Zach Mora. The A's down to their final out. Mora steps in. He is 0 for 2. Was hit by pitch his last time up. Schmigel delivers strike again. 7 straight strikes delivered by Schmigel here in the top of the 9th. The A's down to their final 2 strikes. Their final out of the regular season. Mora swings and misses. Down in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 delivery coming up. Moore took a step out of the box, and he'll focus. The 0-2 delivery. Mora makes contact, sends it out into left field. It'll be a fly out, and that will do it as the A's fall to the Larks 11-3 in the regular season finale. Take a step aside. We'll come back with your final game wrap-up. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome back in to the post-game show as the A's fall in the regular season finale 11-3 to the Hayes Larks as they take the Rocky Mountain League Championship for the year. The A's fall 11-3, 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors, 6 stranded by the Dodge City A's. 11 runs on 12 hits and 5 stranded for the Larks. Jake Vassell, the loss for the Dodge City A's, and Dalton Campbell will take the win for the Hayes Larks. Take a look at the scoring summary for your Dodge City A's. They score 1 in the first, 2 in the third. That would be the 3 runs that the A's would get in the ball game. The Larks 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the sixth, and 4 in the seventh, as they would only be held scoreless for 2 innings in the ball game. For your Dodge City A's, Grant Weisermans would draw the leadoff hit, or not a leadoff hit, but the first hit of the ball game in the top of the first, followed by a Nate Murphy single. A Tyler McAvoy RBI double would score Grant Weisermans to give the A's the 1-0 lead at the time. Then moving into the third inning, back at the top of the order, Shannon Martin would get a double to get on, followed by a Nate Murphy walk, and then a Tyler McAvoy 2 RBI double that would score both Martin and Murphy. Those would be the scoring runs for your Dodge City A's. Rivers would draw a walk in the fourth, a Tyler McAvoy single in the sixth. Tyler McAvoy actually finishes the ball game 3 for 3, 2 doubles and a single for him, along with a walk in the ball game. So that will do it as the A's fall to the Hayes Larks 11-3 in the season finale. That'll wrap it up for the 2024 season for your Dodge City A's. They finished the season 10-25 overall, finishing on an 11-game losing streak for the Dodge City A's. Their 2 big wins of the season, of course, come against these Hayes Larks. I am Justin Hergert saying farewell and good night for the final time of the 2024 season. We thank you for following along to Dodge City A's baseball. We look forward to seeing you again in the future as the A's look to reset and rebuild and get ready for the 2025 season. Again, I am Justin Hergert saying farewell and good night from Larks Park. This has been Dodge City A's baseball.